Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Leora and I talk on here about books, reading, writing and sometimes other things as well. And today I am doing another journaling video. I've been journaling for a long time and I love it, but I've recently started sharing it more on YouTube. I usually do share it a little bit in my vlogs, but I made an entire dedicated journaling video and it was actually received really well, which I'm so excited about. Journaling is one of my favorite hobbies, one of my favorite ways to wind down and also to kind of reflect on my life, put little bobs into my journal. And I thought let's do a little autumnal journaling spread. I'm going to be making a spread about my autumnal TBR, all sorts of books I still want to read. I still have some scraps and stuff I want to put in my journal, and I thought we could just have a cozy time of me journaling. You can journal along if you want to, it'll be great. This is my current journal. She is not strictly a book journal. I also do other stuff in there. I recently wrote some letters to myself. You can fold these out. And I've been big on the collaging front as well recently. One of my favorite things I use during journaling is my sticker book. I've also showed this in the other video that was all about my journal. And this has loads of stickers that you can just put in your journal or in anything really. And it also has a lot of letter stickers, which is really fun. But I do know it also has a section of fall themed Halloweeny stickers. So I'm planning on using these in today's spreads. And I'm also thinking of just grabbing some sticker sheets from my own stock. I am an illustrator and I run a web shop, and very often I grab some stickers out of my own stock just because I have them and they're cute. I designed them, so I would like them. So yeah, I might just go in there and grab some of my Halloween stickers. Those are some of my favorites. If you want to, you can check out my web shop. It's leoraaileen.com and it would be greatly appreciated, and you can buy some cute goodies for your journal. So it's a win-win. I love how I'm low-key sponsoring my own video. And then just like last time, I have also printed out some things to put in the journal. I have some cute fall themed things and also my book covers of the books I want to read this fall. I thought this could be so fun because whilst you're watching me journal, you can also hear about the books I'm planning on reading this autumn or the books I'm just really excited about. I don't know if I'm actually going to read them. I mean, I hope I do, but I'm a mood reader and you never know. And then, like I said, I have some scraps that I want to put in the journal. This is from an e-reader case that I recently bought and it came with this really cute packaging and I immediately knew it had to go in my journal. I also recently threw a fantasy tavern party with one of my good friends and we made a lot of posters and things, and I've kept a lot of the scraps from the posters because they have to go in the journal. And also one of my favorite posters, which is a moon calendar, recently ripped due to my own fault, but I'm going to be putting that in the journal as well. And I also have some packaging from my Kindle because I recently bought a Kindle, my first e-reader ever, by the way. So yeah, lots of things that need to be put in the journal. I'm really happy to be doing some journaling again, so let's just get into it. I hope you're all settled in. Maybe you made yourself a nice cup of tea and you are ready to journal with me or just to watch this cozy video and have a good time. I always start my journal sessions with doing a lot of cutting, especially if you're collaging. There's so many things you need to put down. But in a weird way, you get kind of zen from doing all this cutting and ripping papers and kind of thinking about how you're all going to put it on the page. And it can be so nice to get into these slower activities and take it easy whilst doing it as well. Especially for me, I am such an anxious girl and journaling really helps me to just take a step back and take it slow for a minute. And I want to put down autumn reading plans, so I'm looking in the sticker book to see if I can find all the letters to autumn. They are quite big and I actually wanted them to be a little bit smaller, but they weren't, so I'm just trying to make do with what I have. And I mean, this is an amazing sticker book. I absolutely love it. So I was picking out all of the letters to form the word autumn. I also have these really small letter stickers, but they were really too small, I couldn't combine them. But then I decided I would form reading plans with the tiny stickers. So that is what I ended up doing. I love the way the letters are all mismatched. It's one of my favorite things about using stickers like this. I also have letter stamps, but I haven't really used them in a long time. But that's mainly because they're on the bottom of my crafts thing that is in my cupboard, So yeah, I feel like every crafty person has this really inconveniently placed stash of crafting things. I feel like that's just inane to the experience. You have to have that. It's a rite of passage of sorts. And if you don't have it, I guess you're not a crafty person then. No, I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding. Then it needed some doodles and I found these old sort of Halloween confetti, I don't know what you call it, it's sparkly. And I put it down. There was glue absolutely everywhere, but I guess that is crafting for you. And I love these Halloween glitters, and I doodled around it a little bit. I got these new metallic markers, and this one is supposed to be gold metallic, but when I started using it, I was like, well, that's just yellow, I guess. It's still really cute, and they weren't really expensive, so I don't know what I was expecting really. And I doodled around the top of the page. Now, looking back on this, I think it's kind of funny the way I'm really journaling like from the top to the bottom. That's not what I usually do. I just go at it most of the time. And now I'm putting down some more patterns. I have this like flannel pattern, and now I'm trying to arrange my books. This is always so funny to look back on because it's just me like moving the books around for like so long. And I also put down one of my autumnal stickers from my sticker sheets from my own web shop. And then I finally decided what the books were going to look like. And then there was the rest of the page and also the rest of the books to deal with. As you can see, I was in the struggle bus. This is so funny to look back because it's just like me putting stuff down and being like, no, not like that, not like that. And then I also cut out some stuff from the poster I was talking about and from my Kindle packaging because I just kind of wanted to commemorate that I got my very, very first e-reader, which is a super special occasion. And as you can see, the party poster is also going down on the page. It literally looks like the books are dancing right now, but this is just me being super incredibly indecisive about how exactly to put them down. Let's talk about the books, actually. All the way on the left, I have Belladonna, and I don't really know a lot about this one specifically. I mean, I like going into books a little bit blind, so I don't know the entire synopsis lots of the time when I start reading, but it's kind of nice to be surprised and to just know the big lines of a story before you go in. So Belladonna is a gothic romantasy, I believe. I actually don't know that. I just know that it's gothic and that somebody on Goodreads said it was like a romance involving the devil, but like not really, but that was the vibes it was giving. And I don't know if that's correct. Maybe I'm spreading nonsense right now. And then we have A Dark and Secret Magic by Wallace Kinney. I was so excited for this release and I got an ARC, which is super exciting. And this is about two sisters and it's like witchy and magical, and they are organizing their coven's annual Halloween gathering, and it sounds so cute and amazing. And then I have Practical Potions and Premeditated Murder, which was described to me as kind of Kiki's Delivery Service-esque, but more fall vibes. Sounds incredible. And then I also have Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder, which is a murderous rom-com, and I don't know exactly what that means, but I do know that Juniper Bean writes rom-coms, but she can't stop killing off her characters, and I think it's so funny. As you can see, I've now also written down some reviews. I've put down a little calendar bit that came from my moon poster, and actually, this spread is all done. She looks so cute. I always love seeing the spreads come together, especially when I film them and I look back on them. I'm like, oh, look at that. It's actually really cute. It's so rewarding to me as well to kind of like put all your bits and bobs in the journal and give everything its place and be in a creative space. At the same time, journaling feels so flowy to me. Like it feels so not restrictive because you can do anything, and like when you close the journal, it's gone. And it's so fun to look back on this in a few years as well, especially seeing the things you wanted to read and the things you were enjoying back then. It is always very nice. As you can tell, I am a very nostalgic person. Like, I'm really bad at letting things go. So I think that's also why I love journaling, because I can give every little scrap and every little thing that I own a spot in my journal, and that way it doesn't go away. Now, for my second spread, this is actually mainly just because I had 2 books left and I wanted to include them in my autumnal TBR as well, so I decided to make another spread, and I still had a lot of stuff, like scraps that I had collected over the last few months that had to find their own spot in the journal. So I started by putting a lot of these scraps and printouts on the pages. As you can see, I had to kind of figure out where exactly I wanted to put them and what I thought would look good. When you're watching these clips back, it looks so frantic, but whilst I'm doing this, it's actually really relaxing, although you cannot tell that. It's so fun that I have so many autumnal scraps around this time of year as well, especially the ones that came from the Kindle case. They are just so cute. Like, there was this letter that said Aloha Mora, and they also had this kind of old English looking text. I also had some wrapping paper that a friend left at my house, and I was like, can I keep the wrapping paper? And now I'm sticking it in the journal, but it's really cute. It has stars and it's like blue on the back, so I was like, oh, I can put it like the other way around on top of this spread and it'll be like a bit of variation. After I put the base down, it was time to figure out where to put the books. which is an ever-growing struggle. I kept being like, oh, this way? No, that way. And then I have a reading tracker sticker. I brought out the reading tracker stickers in my shop last year, and they are really fun. You can write down everything that you've been reading or things that you're planning on reading. I mean, technically it's a tracker, but you can like also just write down things you're planning on reading. Like it's your sticker if you buy it. And I brought out this kind of cottagecore version of it, but now I also have this witchy autumnal version of it, and it is really cute. It has like this cat and a lot of books and a moon. It even has a floating book, and the book has mushrooms on it to make it extra autumnal, so it's like double autumnal. I'm talking absolute nonsense. If I have to fill a voiceover for 15 minutes, it's like I'm talking so much nonsense right now, but I hope you guys are at least enjoying the nonsense. Let's talk about the books. So I stop talking nonsense and I at least talk nonsense about books, and I've said the word nonsense too many times. I have House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson on the left, and I loved The Year of the Witch, or The Year of the Witching. I forgot the title, but I loved her book. It was very gripping and scary, and like it felt like wandering into a misty forest. And that is why I was super excited to also pick up House of Hunger, which is another book by her. And I know that she's also coming out with a Dark Academia soon, which I'm also really curious about. Some of the people I follow online have read the arcs of that and they really enjoyed it, but I was actually talking about House of Hunger, and that book is vampire themed. That's literally all I know about it. I know it has vampires, and the cover is really beautiful. It has like this old painting on it, which I really enjoy. And then I have When the Crows Away by Aurelie Wallace, which is the second part in the Even Fall Witches series, which is one of my favorite series. I mean, I'm not sure if you can say that because I've only read book one, but that was so good. If you're looking for a cozy witchy read that feels like as if Practical Magic and Gilmore Girls had a child, that's that book. And then it's also like murder mystery-esque. It is so good. And this is part 2 of the series. And once again, the cover is incredibly cute. It looks adorable. I cannot wait to see what Bryn and her witchy aunties get up to this time. I am sad that somebody's going to get murdered, but I am curious about the mystery. Then I made some more cutouts from the poster. This is a moon calendar, and it has like the moon phases for each month of 2024. It was made by my lovely friend Daphne, and she has an Etsy shop called Daphne in the Trees. She's incredible. She made this poster and it's so beautiful, and I had it on my fridge, but then I cleaned my fridge and water fell down on the poster, and then the poster started ripping. So I was like, well, that's too bad. Now I can use cute scraps of the poster in my journal, and I'm actually very pleased about that because it made it look so much cuter. I still feel like this spread is just a lot of random things, but it kind of has the fall vibes, I guess. It has the autumnal colours. It has a ton of pumpkins because my Halloween sticker sheet has a lot of pumpkins, so that came in really handy for this. I do love the way it looks in the end. I think it is a really cute spread, and it does commemorate all my autumn reading that I'm planning on doing. Can't wait to see how many books I'm actually going to get to, but for this time around, I enjoyed making this spread so much, and I hope you did too. Thank you so much for watching this journaling video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some inspiration for your own journal or reading journal, or maybe even inspired you to do your own autumnal TBR spread. Leave me some nice crafting journaling emojis in the comments down below if you don't know what to comment, or let me know what you thought of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!